All right, this is group 3. We're doing lesson 6.
All right.
Do you guys have any questions about the prep?
No.
No.
Not really.
Okay.
So, we're just gonna go over part 2 then?
Yeah.
So I'll read if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
So on part 2, it has that chart and it says directions. These numbers represent the starting salaries in the U.S. in U.S. dollars of recent graduates in finance. So we're supposed to either print that off and cut them all up and choose 5 at random, or you can go to the random generator thing. But what I did is I just chose 5 random ones out of the thing. And then, so because number 7 says randomly select 5 of the 30 salaries and compute the mean. So the mean of my sample was, I did 5 of them, and the mean was $45,000 and $45,060. Yeah, I'm assuming that you guys all had means similar to that.
Yeah, 45,880.
Yeah. And yours was probably right around there too.
Yeah, mine was pretty close to that.
Cool. Because I mean, I think the lowest salary on there is like 34,000, and the highest is like 50. So you can't really get too crazy with all of them in there. And the majority of them are in the 40s. But and then it says, this graph illustrates the distribution of sample means. There are 142,506 possible combinations of the 30 salaries, drawn 5 at a time. This graph represents the distribution of all possible samples. And then you're supposed to make a mark on the horizontal axis to indicate the value of your sample mean from part A.
Okay.
And
So
can't really on the
I don't know how to
horizontal.
make a mark on it.
Well, you don't really. I think you can't really edit the picture on there. You might be able to insert something. A little shape. What was mine again? Yeah, you can insert a shape if you really wanted to.
No, I'm okay. Mine was usual.
Let me grab my charger real quick.
Do you guys remember what it means to have the sample mean appear to be unusual? There was like a definition for it. Wait, I'll just Google it.
What was your question?
I remember it saying when something is unusual. Because it asked, so when I picked my 5 and I got 43,000, which is actually kind of off to the side, but I don't know if that's unusual. Like, what is the definition of an unusual event?
I can't remember.
I'll have to go back and look at that one, but
I know you're talking. I went over it.
Yeah.
In the textbook.
Okay. Let's keep going then.
Compare
your
else want to read the next one? I can. Well, I think
the graduate management admissions test is used as an admission criterion in many Masters of Business Administration programs. The scores on the GMAT are normally distributed with a mean of mu equals 529 and a standard deviation of 113. Consider a simple random sample, or n equals 10 students taking the GMAT. Ooh, we got a review question. What is the shape of the distribution of the sample means for all such samples? Don't really
Okay.
go.
I'm ready, master.
They're gonna be bell shaped.
Yeah, because I think that's the normal one, right?
Yeah.
It could, eight.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, it's
mound shape.
distributed.
It has to be symmetrical, right? And then for B, how do you know what the distribution of the sample mean is this shape? Because it's normal distribution, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And then the mean of the sampling distribution of sample mean scores for all such samples. That doesn't give you that.
What is the mean?
Yeah, the mean's not good.
5.9. And then this one, what is the standard deviation of the distribution of sample mean scores for all such samples? How many students?
Do you guys remember how to calculate? Do we have to calculate the standard deviation, or do we? We're not usually given that.
Can't remember how I did this one.
What is the standard deviation?
The average from the average.
So because it tells us this standard deviation, but I'm looking at the answer key and I have no idea how they get this answer.
For all such samples. So scores on the GMAT are normally distributed with a mean of 529. Are normally distributed with a mean of. Consider sample. SR, students taking the. So let's see.
What is the standard deviation?
So the equation right here. So it says on the reading, the standard deviation of the sample mean is, I don't know the names for all these symbols like you guys do because of your math classes. But
So it's the standard deviation over the square root of n.
Divided by the square root of the sample of the random sample.
So
113 divided by the square root of 10.
That's how I got it. Okay, that makes sense.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right. So that's not super hard as far as math goes. On the test, we can't use our notes or anything, can we?
I think you can. I don't know though.
Because it'd be nice to be able to look at all the equations for the problems.
What I bet he might let us do is use the work
graphing thing. Yeah, I bet we could use that graph. What are we at time wise now, Matt?
I think like 11 minutes.
What has it been?
I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and that's the last question on the prep. So All right,
Cool.
I'll end it.